Come on, come on, come on. Please start working. This is concerning. I'm getting nervous. What will I do? This is concerning. What is happening? Yay! Yay! Okay, now it's working, it's working, it's working! Hi guys! Hi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience. Awesome. Yeah, so here's what happened. So, as I said before, I live at a university and they have two Wi-Fi networks. The proper network and the guest network. I got kicked to the guest network. All right. Hey guys, it's so good to have you back. Let's get this started up again. All right, so we just went over Mallory. Let's just read this one more time real quick. Mallory is an owner of a tea and potion shop called Witch Brew. She's known for calming teas and deadly potions. She's also attractive. As an adventurer, she had a love of fire magic, but now that she has settled down, she prefers travel, especially through the astral planes. Lately, she's had an infestation of marshmallow minions appearing around her shop and making themselves at home. A lot of them looking just like her friends and kind of mimicking them. Oh well, they're sometimes helpful. And then we have this wonderful woman. All right. And so let's go into the character builder. First of all, yeah, I know, Astro. All right, so for our lovely, y'all, at this point, y'all call everyone mommy. I don't know when you're, oh my goodness, all of you, y'all, I think all of you call Drow mommy. Anyway, on our wonderful sample character sheet, the spice, we're going to enable we're not enabling homebrew content. Oh my gosh, you don't want to see the homebrew on this account. Critical Role content, Rick and Morty content, and non-core D&D content. We are keeping those things because otherwise I don't want to overcomplicate things. I think at this point people just call all the Drow mommy. It's just what happens. I guess it's just something that comes with the territory. Gygax just cursed us all. Here we go. Of course she Drow. She wonderful Drow woman. Let me find them Drows. Where'd the Drow at? Oh my god, there's like 13 different kinds of elf. Jeez Louise. Alright, dark elf. Choose race. Well, I know she is Drow because she's in the secret Drow Discord server unless she's kind of going undercover, which I'd also respect. But, oh, she Drow. She one of us. Look at that face. That's a face of excellence. Alright. So, she's gonna be Drow because she is a Drow. Jawbone, you don't want to know about my secrets. You don't want to know about my secrets. And that's why I'm hiding them behind this chat box. There's so many secrets behind this chat box, I placed them carefully so you don't know my issues. There's so many secrets hidden behind me. I placed it carefully and tested it extensively so you don't see anything. I won't tell you what I spent because it's concerning. Anyway, so let's figure out what class she'd be. First of all, she's mostly a magic user. She also uses planar magic. So I'm going to say we're going to go full caster for this. I'm leaning towards sorcerer because sorcerer is very explosive. Sorcerer has lots of big explosive fire spells, and she said she sees mostly fire magic. So we're going to look through. And what level do I want to make her at? She's a retired adventurer, so she's been through a lot. Astro, for your question on what level do they get to be, essentially, the level depends on what you tell me. Basically, the more details I get, the higher I can make your level because that's more customized. So, first of all, I think we're going to go with sorcerer for this. Unless, wait, let me look at, you don't need to see that. I did not, I clicked that by accident. Let me take another look at her. There's no spellbook in the artwork. She is pretty good with potions, but that could also work as the poisoner feat. Though potions, maybe, and she's also good with fire, because yeah, that does lend itself to artificer. Maybe some in artificer and, now you're getting me thinking, Astro. Now you're getting me thinking. She likes to travel on the astral planes, which is some high-level magic, so that's going to be a wizard or a sorcerer. I like the concept of going for a partially artificer for her because of the potions thing. I think I'm going to go for wild magic sorcerer and alchemist. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give her like about 3 levels in I'll start off with, I'll do 3. Let's not make that her first class. Let's make artificer her first class. Daxter, why do you do this to me? I mean, you're not wrong. I'm inclined to agree, but you didn't have to say it out loud. Okay, have her start off with 3 levels of artificer, because we don't know in her story if she kind of learned her potion stuff first, or if she learned her potion stuff first, or if she started off with like the more poofy fire magic. Astro, don't make me do that. Astro, you really want me to go for it? Okay. How does an ad break sound? And now for after this ad. Have you heard of Full Mommy Alchemist? Well, if you haven't, now you have. She's right here. Oh, wow. All right, 3 levels in Artificer. That's what we're starting with. What would she be proficient with? Unfortunately, Persuasion isn't here. We'll figure that out later. Definitely Arcana. Nature, because she's like good with tea and stuff, and you have to know your plants to be good with tea. Yes, Jaw, sacrifice your body to me. Wait, that sounded terrible. And what kind of... So she's got brewer supplies. Either alchemist or... I'll go for alchemist supplies because I feel like alchemist supplies... Like, you can make tea in a test tube. But you can't make potions in, like, a cocktail shaker, I think. I mean, you can. Who am I to judge you? Who am I to stop you? You could just do that. And then for her infusions, let's pick out her specialist first. She's definitely an alchemist. 100%. Oh, right, she's already proficient. So she's proficient in both brewer supplies and alchemist supplies. Hey, Jaw, who's the dad in this situation? If there was one, don't forget I'm a spider. I probably ate him. Infusion choices. And you know, for those thighs, I think she deserves to have enhanced defense for sure. I'm also going to go for her little marshmallow minions, some homunculus servants. Dexter, I don't even know what you're talking about in terms of what's going to be the running joke. I really don't know. I'm really bad at reading the room, and you guys are being even more suspicious. All right. What else are we giving her? She does fire magic. So, full mommy alchemist. So, she does a lot of fire stuff, so maybe we can make that into, like, fire bolts, gunning. Don't worry, Nyashko, I'm in on the joke, I think. If I'm not, please let me know. Replicating shot. Actually, no, because that one's about weapons. Let's go for enhanced arcane focus. You know, it's better when August does that. We know when people are beautiful here at Leetloaf on Twitch.com. We know when we see beautiful people, and we appreciate them deeply. All right. We're almost there. We got to do one more. I'm going to do replicate magic item because that gives us a lot more. And of course, alchemy jug because of like the whole brewing thing. Because look at this list. I'm not doing this. I'm just giving her an alchemy jug. Yo. I have... Give her two? Oh. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I can't really give her the same item twice as per the rules of the game. So one jug has probably got to count for both. I will stop because I don't want to make her uncomfortable. I'll just say she's pretty, okay? We're gonna be respectful of everyone's images that come up on here. We want to be respectful. All right. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys. You're great. All right. She gave away a jug of alchemy in equivalent exchange, Jawbone. Yes, she did. All right. She knows some cantrips. Of course, she knows Firebolt. For every image that we show on the screen, we must remember to look respectfully. And prestidigitation, because prestidigitation is a must-have. At least it seems to fit her. And, oh, she always has healing word prepared because alchemy is about healing. Right. What else have we got? Tasha's Caustic Brew. Like, she gives Tasha vibes. And Tasha's my queen. Tasha's my queen. And she gives Tasha vibes. So I'm going to give her Tasha's Caustic Brew. Because I love that spell. And now, let's see what she rolls. We're going to roll for everyone. And we're going to roll the first ones. 12. We're doing the gambling. The dice is covering it up. What's 6 plus 5 plus 3? Let's roll that again. 12, 14, 9. 13. 14 and 12. Hey, that's a pretty well balanced set of stats. It's got a place to go, but it's not weak. Okay, we're definitely starting off by putting in some intelligence. Or putting some intelligence into her. Looking at her again, this is a look of constitution. This is a look of somebody who can, how do I say it? She's definitely staying up in the fight. She can take a couple of hits. So I'm giving her some constitution. Oh yeah, Dexter. I'm sorry, Astro. She's just really pretty, and I don't know how to react to pretty people. It shuts me down. I just die instantly. Okay? Alright. Max charisma. Okay, let's put her 13 into charisma. We put 13 into charisma. So what's her wisdom? Does she look wise? I mean, she's keeping little marshmallow minions around with not much regard to what's going on with them. So I think that's where the 9 goes. I respect her fully, but you gotta dump something. And sometimes you run out of room to dump in the trunk. And now the strength and the dexterity, she's just slightly better than average in both of them. And now let's see how it pans out. So guys, do we want to give her some more, do we want to give her a multi-class, or do we want to move, or do we want to see how she looks and move on? But of course, we first need a description for her. I'm thinking something like sage. Because she's like, that's about like the lore of the multiverse, you know? Ah, Jabba. What am I going to do with you, Jabba? You're an icon, but what am I going to do with you? Alright. Well, I think she's going to take some, I think she's going to have some persuasive ability. I think she deserves to have, so let's go else. Of course she's going to know Elvish, but she already knows that from her. I'm going to say, because she's like of the multiverse, I'm going to go for Abyssal, where though I don't know how much connection she has to the Abyss. She might have left. She might have lost her connection to the Abyss among her travels. I don't know her personal story, but I'll definitely put down deep speech because I feel like a multiversal travel will definitely come upon eldritch entities at some point and want to seek to understand them. You think she should know Goblin? Every VTuber knows Goblin. I think that should be part of the VTuber background, and this is her background. Since every single VTuber knows Goblin, unfortunately, we're not going to be doing that today. However, I do believe that she will know Undercommon to speak to the other Astro, to speak to the other denizens of the Underdark. Because I feel like a lot of them would frequent her. I feel like she gets a lot of people from the Underdark who come to like her little her witch brew. What is it called? Yeah, witch brew. And she needs to talk to her people. So I'm gonna give her Undercommon. And I think because we're like almost a half an hour into the stream, and I meant for this to be an hour, and we've only finished one person, I think we're going to leave it here. We're going to give her some equipment. Let's give her some equipment. Actually, no, I'm not going to do the equipment because I have to erase it for every single person. But that's my choices. Hi, Rudimentary. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. How's your day? Right now we're making VTubers as D&D characters, and I'm still on the first person because we can't get over her because we're obsessed. So this is my choices. First of all, she's Drow, of course. She is a level 3 artificer because she's good with, this will be like earlier in her journey, you know? She's good with both fire and potions, but so she'll be in artificer because artificers also eventually unlock the lore of the multiverse. Here are her stats. I should probably apply those. And, I should probably apply those. Hi, yeah, I'm having a really good time. I'm gonna apply those, and these are her stats. She's got her highest stats in her constitution, her intelligence, her charisma, and her dexterity. She's actually pretty well balanced across the board. And she's a sage who's been studying the lore of the multiverse. She's good with history, persuasion, and also she knows deep speech and Undercommon, as well as just has advanced abilities to research. And that is our lovely Mallory. Mallory, I don't know how to pronounce this, so no. Anyway, we should move on. But I hope she enjoys it as I have enjoyed her. No one is down bad for man bones. So basically, Jawbone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish. There's just a few people in this document, which is just friends on Discord, who got first dibs. And then I'm going to go through my Twitter chain. But you know what, Jawbone? Once we get to the Twitter stuff, which is going to be really soon, I only have a few people on this document, then we are going to do you first, Jawbone. Is that cool? Awesome. Next up, we have Aneem. So Aneem is a boy made of paint, and he's also an eldritch creature. He says, I'm basically a shapeshifter, but I can't control my forms. I am also entirely made of paint and held together by a borrowed soul. Some other abilities are taking the abilities of the forms I take, a little bit of dark magic, and the ability to tap into my abyssal form. So I was thinking about this, and first of all, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to our sample character, The Spice, because they got The Spice. And let's go ahead. I'm actually going to choose the Reborn race for this, because he's made of paint. He's made of paint, and he's a bunch of paint with the soul, and that really fits what the Reborn is. So let me scroll down to the Reborn. We're not commenting on how much I've unlocked in D&D Beyond. Wow, I can't find anything. Oh, lineages. There we go. Reborn lineages. So basically, the Reborn are basically, how do I describe it? This is specifically like meant for like zombie characters and stuff like that. But I'm using this because, you know, the essence is he's made of paint but with a soul. It's almost a construct, but not entirely. So that's why I'm choosing the Reborn. And this one's a little bit more customizable. I think he's going to be medium because he's person-sized. And Ancestral Legacy, he gets 2 skills. So, he is a shapeshifter. He's good at disguise. I'm going to give him Deception. On top of that, I'm also going to give him, let's take another look. I'm basically a shapeshifter, but I can't control my forms. A little bit of dark. I'm going to give him, would he know Arcana, or would he be struggling with Arcana? I'm thinking. All right. I like this. So I'm going to say Deception and Intimidation, because it comes from his heritage, you know? He can shapeshift. I'm drinking tea. It's not alcohol, because I'm 20. I'll only be 21 next month, and I'm going to do only legal activities on this stream because I'm a good girl and I do good girl things, you know? Anyway, so that's what we're choosing for Aneem. And now for class, I was also thinking about it. Let's get rid of these levels. How do your cheek eyes see through your glasses? Well, you see, Jawbone, my glasses are big enough that my cheek eyes can see through them. I also have ears. I also have eyes on the sides of my face. All right. Now, I was actually thinking Barbarian for this guy, because because of the thing. It's like, by a borrowed soul, some other abilities is taking form. The abilities of the form I take, a little bit of dark magic, and the ability to tap into my abyssal form. So, I'm thinking because he's not necessarily a magic caster, I'm not going to go for Druid. I'm going to go for a Barbarian. And the concept is when he rages, then that's when he kind of takes on some kind of new form. So we're going to do level 3 for this. And I want to start off by picking a primal path. So, let's see what we've got here. I was thinking a little closer to either Path of Wild Magic or Path of the Beast, which are two of the newer ones, but they really work. They work really well in terms of the theme. You know, Jawbone, sometimes it does get annoying, but at the same time, I really like the way this hairstyle frames my face, so maybe I can change it up at some point. I'm not sure. But yeah, I agree with you, Jawbone. Let's go Path of the Beast. And then Form of the Beast. Yep. So basically, the way Path of the Beast works for Anim is that whenever he transforms, essentially, so whenever he transforms, based on his form, he gets a different beast ability. You know, Rudimentary, I would. But when you're a VTuber, getting a haircut is expensive. And I spend too much of my money on professional photographers, aka artists. Alright, proficiencies. I'm gonna go, I feel like, I don't know why. From what I know about Anim, because I've talked to him a bunch of times, I'm gonna go for animal handling because he just seems like a dude. He just seems like the kind of dude who likes puppies. Thank you, Astro. Thank you for call. I like being pretty. That's why I'm here, to be pretty. AK, that's kind of why I started VTubing, because I was like, what if I was pretty anime girl? Alright. Animal handling. And I'm going to go for athletics. Oh my god, guys, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm going to go for athletics because I feel like with the transformations and stuff, he just becomes like super powerful with like the dark magic and all of that. I hear ya. That is acceptable, but I think at the end of the day, people will buy not what you do, but why you do it. As long as stay true to you and are genuine, people will come. Well, what's genuine for me is pretending to be the Spider Queen Demon Queen, Loth online. I thought you were a small dude on Twitter for a little bit. Wait, Jawbone, you thought I was a little man? You thought I was just a little dude? It's like the opposite of, I thought you were a chick. Okay, reset group. Alright, let's pick out some new stats. You know what? Yes, I am. I am a Spider Queen coming to wreck this. I am a Spider Queen coming to wreck this reality, but I'm doing so by puppeting the body of an average college student who is using a digital puppet online to be myself. This is called possession, but I have to be a little respectful to the body I'm puppeting. Yes, I'm Leetloth. A lot of people call me Leety for short. And I am possibly current, possibly former avatar of Loth herself. A lot of accidents happen, and I have become separated from my queen, but I've decided I am the better queen instead, and I will one day take her place. And take over the multiverse. Especially this one. Well, especially this universe in particular. So, I will be queen. I am based off the queen. I am the queen, but I'm not the queen. It's a little complicated. There's too many steps. And I'm still working it all out myself. Yeah, I'm Leetloth, or Leety. A lot of people call me Leety as a nickname. Alright, let's roll some stats. First roll, 13. Second roll, 13. Third roll, 10. 12. 10. And 12. Oh no. At least there's nothing under a 10. At least there's nothing under a 10. So we're going to start off with strength. We want strength and we want constitution. we're gonna get, I think this guy, honestly, I know this guy. This guy's a sweetheart. I'm gonna give him charisma. Some charisma. I'm gonna go for a little bit less dexterous. Does this person seem more like an intelligence build or a wisdom build? I think he's more of a wisdom build. More about awareness. But imagine this, a barbarian with an intelligence of higher than a 9. I could never. This is a surprise for the first time in my life. And now, I'm gonna say, if there's like a dark spirit inside of him, I'm not gonna do deep speech again. Dark soul. I'm gonna go for abyssal because he seems very abyssal in nature. Hi, King. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. You made it. Abyssal, and for background, I feel like there's one about like being, let's go for wild spacer. I'm just curious what that's like. Maybe not. What else have we got here? There's got the Outlander. This is somebody who doesn't seem like, they seem a little bit more like from this person. You think Outlander? I don't think this person lives, I don't think Anim lives in the woods though. Maybe? Ooh, nah. Curious about the Fey Lost. Okay. Let me turn on my music a little bit. Oh yeah, no. Jawbone, you got it. I think Hermit's really good. I like Hermit. But Hermit in a good way. Anim, no slight against you. You're just a little shy, but I love you anyway. Let's go for Hermit. And so for a language, I'm gonna say, what's the other language? I feel like this is the kind of guy who would know Goblin. I feel like this is the guy who would commune with the fellow Goblin. Commune with fellow Goblin in spirit to fit in and find his way in the universe. Alright. Or orc. No, wait, rudimentary. I like the orc concept. I like the orc concept. I do. I'm gonna give him orc. Alright, and discovery. Cool. Alright, so this is what we've got for Anim. Thank you so much for the follow, Rudimentary. I really appreciate it. I hope to come back and do many, many more wonderful things on this beautiful Twitch journey. All VTubers by default, no goblin. That is true. Thank you for the reminder of that. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Alright. Here we go. So this is what we've got for Anim. Anim is a reborn Path of the Beast Barbarian. These are the ability scores. Oh, wait, you gotta pick ability score increases. I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna put 1 into Charisma, 1 into not into Dexterity, into Constitution, and 1 into Strength. And while these don't necessarily produce the most rounded results, it's still what I believe that he'd just kind of have a boost in from his nature. And he's a hermit who came here, and in the process he learned Orc, and also from his origin, he knows Abyssal from the dark soul living inside of him. Cool. Wait, was I using the right pronouns? Oh gosh. If I was using the wrong pronouns, please, Anim, if you see this, let me know, and I deeply apologize. I probably should have checked those. My deepest apologies. I hope I was using the right ones. Okay, on forward. Alright. Here we have Himbo Shrek, aka my good friend, Fatty McDank. Now let me tell you guys something about this work of something. How did you came here right on time? What the heck, Fatty? Fatty is just summoned by his image. Well, it's your turn. It is your time. Here we have Himbo Shrek. Himbo Shrek on Thursday will be going on stream with my lovely friend Arsenal. And they'll be building their own character sheet. However, Arsenal has tasked me with making my own interpretation. So first of all, I think this is Paladin energy. Definitely. I think Fatty is a Paladin. I think that he can Divine Smite with his special extraplanar memes and destroy us all. Fatty is always watching. I am terrified. Yeah, go. You know what? How do you do that shout out thing? Can anyone do the shout out thing, or is that a plot, or is that like a, how do you do this? Fatty McDank. Is this how you do it? Or do you need a bot for that? Maybe I need a bot for that, but imagine I did it. Go check out his channel. It's wonderful. What a wonderful man right here. I don't have Nightbot. I didn't realize that doesn't automatically come with it. Okay. I will get Nightbot. I will get Nightbot. I literally didn't know until now. Hey Joe, it's so good to see you. Yeah, I will get the Nightbot for tomorrow. Every day I get something a little bit more. Yesterday I had a game. Today I have chat. Anyway, on to it. So let's go ahead and let's build our wonderful friend Fatty McDank. So first of all, what's stumping me, I'm thinking, let's choose a race for him. All right. What's mean? What's green? I feel like orc would be the obvious option. But also, this man don't have tusks. Hi Macy, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for the follow. I'm so happy to have you here. You think Aarakocra? You think this is a Birdman? You know, I could make him an Aasimar. I could make him an angel. I really could. Okay, what here is big and what here is big with a wonderful hairline? We could go Fearbolg. We could go Fearbolg, a really big Verdant. Shit, I snorted. Shit. Alright. Let's look at the Verdant. Honestly, Yashko, same. It's kind of unsettling. Okay. Black blood. Snorticon. Shit. Alright. People's connection to that which in lore. Telepathy, persuasion, telepathy. Oh right. Yes, Verdant are psionic, and honestly, looking at Fatty, I know he's peering into my soul. Look at that face. Look at that face right there. So, yes, I think Astro's right. Our wonderful friend, Fatty McDank, is a Verdant. He's a very large and evolved goblin with telepathy. I agree with this. Now let's pick a class. Alright. Now, I said before, I want to go Paladin. I don't know. I think that the Divine Smite's what gets me. The ability for him to just say, no, I hit you with even more pain, just hits right. Because look at that face. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Rudimentary. I really appreciated hearing from you, and you're a super cool dude, so I hope we can hang out again. Add class, let's do level 3, and let's pick out a subclass for Fatty McDank. Sacred Oath. Alright. What has Fatty made a promise to? You know what? Why don't we ask the man, the myth, the legend himself? Let me give you a quick overview of each of these oaths, Fatty, and you can let me know which one resonates with you. So, Oath of the Open Sea is the sailing one. Oath of Glory is taking over the world. Oath of Conquest, another version of taking over the world. Or you know what we can do? Let's go take a look at the Paladin. Let's go take a look at the Paladin. Let's go on a journey. We are here on an epic journey of epicness, looking at the Paladin. So what the Oath of Conquest is about is, so your oath spells are, it's more about telling other people what to do. It's about commanding the field. It's about commanding the field, so you have stuff like Armor of Agathes, which basically when you get hit, you take some damage back. You got the Hold Person, so you can just tell people cease. Bestow Curse, Fear, Domination. This is for when you want to take control of your enemies and the only thing that they can do is cry. And we've also got Oath of Glory, which is that, but with like a little bit more of a heroic approach. This is stuff like protecting yourself so you can be a great paragon that leaps in the battle. Oath of Redemption, you've made mistakes and you want to fix them. Oath of the Ancient is like the nature one, so you can like command vines and stuff like that. Oath of the Open Sea, as I said before, is the one that's sort of about being on the ocean. Being on the ocean, being on the open sea, possibly being a pirate out there and free. Oath of the Watchers is the one where basically you hate the ocean and it hates you, Fatty. That's good to know. Now I know not to pick that for you. Oath of the Watchers is the one about the other planes. You have a connection to the other planes of the multiverse, and you can guard portals in the set. You are in control of portals, and you can fight creatures from other dimensions. So, So you can basically Aberration, Celestial, Elemental, Fae, or Fiend. So that means you get extra. You can just tell me and any other fiend to fuck off instantly. Oath of Vengeance, you're an angry boy, and Oathbreaker, you're an even angrier boy, and you control zombies. Me, personally, I'm between Oath of the Watchers for like the extra planar conquering of monsters stuff, and Oath of Conquest for the commanding stuff. Do either of those stand out to you, Fatty? Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Citric. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for stopping by. You consume the souls to gain power of what fits best with that. I think that's conquest. That is conquest, in my opinion. So you will be an Oath of Conquest Paladin, Fatty. At least in my interpretation. You can totally build something different with Arsenal. You are a big boy, you are a destroyer, you are a soul consumer. So, you are now going to be Oath of Conquest. And with your channel divinity, you have the ability to have a conquering presence, to just scare people by existing. Just like the real you. Just like how you are in person, Fatty. It's true. Alright. Fighting style. Definitely not a protective person. I think this man is all aggression. All aggression. All the time. Non-stop aggression. Great weapon fighting. He's got a big hammer. He's got a great weapon already. Look at that thing. That thing's massive. So, what's the proficiencies? Intimidation. 100%. Intimidation, athletics. He will come at you quickly. There is no stopping him. Nothing will get in his way. Fatty is coming, and there's nothing you can do about it. Rushing at you with full speed. Let's pick out some spells. So, he knows command, compel duel. Let's pick out some kind of smite. I think a wrathful smite? Angie. Oh, Loudy coming. All right. Oh, Loudy coming. Okay. Next time you hit, psychic damage. Interacting with this man deals psychic damage. He does psychic damage. Yes, exactly. This build is if he charges at you, you die. You just spontaneously combust. You're slammed and there's nothing you can do about it. Just absolutely destroyed. Instantly. Alright. Anyway, as you can see the absolute icon this man is, please follow him. Please give him all the love. Thank you. Alright. And no protection. The reason I'm going to do detect evil and good is so that he always knows where you are. He always knows where you are. And there's nothing you can do about it. He knows exactly what direction you're in. And there's nothing you can do about it. He knows where to come from and he knows where he's going. And nothing can stop him. And one more spell. No cure wounds. He's not going to cure anyone. But he can do extra damage. But that's a second concentration spell. So much concentration. Are they all concentration? Bucket. More pain, more gain. Divine favor. Was there a thunder one? Yes, there was also a thunderous smite. The first time, he loud. He coming and he loud. He a loud boy. Alright, let's do that. Another thing about paladins is that he can swap out his spells. So this is what he's just having for like his first day. And then afterwards, he can have whatever he wants. All pain, all gain, baby. Let's go. You ever get a suspicious text from the government? Shh. You don't know where I am. Alright, abilities. Let's roll this man's stats. We roll the first one. 10. 8. 14. 10. 11. 16. Alright. Here's a quick question. Is this man powerful enough, or do we need to reroll? That is my question. Because I'm considering re-rolling this because I feel like he needs to be more powerful. I don't think this is enough power for this man. You think it's fine? Alright. So, first of all, what's going to be his higher stat? His strength, his constitution, or his charisma? Definitely a force of personality, but also he needs to be able to throw you across the room and kill you instantly. I think I'm going to go for strength. But also, he's such a big boy that he's impossible to kill. So, I'm also for his second stat, I'm going to go for... You need to be able to dribble your enemies like a basketball. Exactly. So let's go for Constitution for a second one, so that you can take the hits. And then Charisma. Then Dexterity and Wisdom. Fatty, which do you have less of? Dex for basketball. Dex for basketball. You think so? You think that I should do Dex for basketball. There we go. And then Constitution. You hate Dex. You're a strength man. You're strong and dexterous, so you can dribble people like a basketball. All right, you want me to change it back? You want me to change it back? All right, I think Fatty's opinion takes precedence over this. Alright, what stat is it to dribble people like a basketball? I feel like part of it, I feel like it's more of a strength thing. Personally. But maybe I'm wrong. Really. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. How you gonna dribble? You keep tripping over yourself. Coordination, homie. I guess. Hi, Keeper. It's so good to hear from you. And yes, we are asking the real questions. What stat is it to dribble people like a basketball? I don't know. Alright. We are in decision paralysis. I'm gonna make the executive decision for Fatty's safety and also for Jawbone's safety, because I feel like if we go in this, Jawbone, no! If we keep going in this direction, I feel like Fatty's gonna approach Jawbone rapidly, and someone's gonna die. But we'll see who wins that fight when we get to Jawbone's sheet. Exactly. So I'm going to put it into Constitution so he can be a big boy. A big, thick man. A thick man with some dexterity, and the intelligence has got to go. Not a single brain cell, only aggression, only rage, only smiting and destruction. Now, how about his background? First of all, for languages. I think since he spends so much time around Arsenal, he would know Infernal by now. That's just kind of the vibes I'm getting. For background, not Haunted One. Haunted One's like, people want to help you. You're more terrifying. You're a horror to behold. Is there something like that? Haunted One. You know what, Jawbone? Once I'm done with your character sheet, you and Fatty can fight each other and see who wins. He's big, he's terrifying. I'm tempted to go for Soldier, but I need something a little bit more boof. Astral Drifter. Damn, in your travels you have camped on the petrified hulks of dead gods and narrowly escaped the psychic winds that sweep across the astral sea while also avoiding prolonged contact with the plane's most dangerous denizens. That's kind of badass. Also, hi Peppy, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Alright, so for language, I guess if you want to commune with all that is terrible, we gotta go for deep speech, of course. And I think languages of the elements, the language of the elements, I think I'm gonna go for primordial. Because this man is a force of nature. This man is an element in and of himself. You know? And that's it for Fatty McDank. For Fatty McDank, we've picked an extremely large Verdun. He is a beefy Verdun. He is an Oath of Conquest paladin here to destroy his enemies. He is more so... Come on. He is a very strong boy. He's an extremely strong boy and a pretty tough boy. When it comes to everything else... who knows? And this is what he ends up with. And also, he's been drifting among the astral sea, off between the different planes of existence, just vibing, just being a big old Fatty McDank. Let's continue, because we've got a couple more to get through before we get to Twitter ones, and I want to get through everybody. Next up, we have Asha the Game Genie. Asha the Game Genie is an awesome person. First of all, when it comes to their abilities, they can do what's considered, basically they can grant gaming wishes. They are also in and of themselves a genie. So not quite, first of all, my first thought was to go for a genie warlock, but they are the genie themselves. So that's a little bit more of a sorcerer situation, you know? And I know sorcerers do get wish. So that's how they grant wishes. So I think we should go to figure out what kind of sorcerer. They're more built around chance and video game logic. So first of all, let's pick a race. I'm going to go for Genasi for this. Simply by nature of them being a genie. I think that just works the best for them. And also, honestly, Genasi are just some of my favorite player races in general. I just don't know why. I just love Genasi. Genasi are great. I'm torn between Air Genasi and Fire Genasi. What do you guys think? Thank you so much for the follow, Alina. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Right now, we're making our fellow VTubers as D&D characters. Air? Alright. Jawbone says we go for Air Genasi. Let's go. So the Air Genasi, first of all, they know Primordial. They also have increased dexterity. They can hold their breath forever. And they can cast Levitate. Oh, wait. Jawbone, that's smart. Another smart thing is, that's how they float. That's how they float like a genie, is because they've got Levitate from the Air Genasi. And thank you so much, Peppy. Thank you so much. Aomi did such a wonderful job with me. It's like she made my dreams come true. It's so wonderful. Also, guys, I just realized we just hit 69 followers. Funny number. You know what? I think I have a special treat for you all for hitting the funny number. Alright? I'm gonna get in real close to the knot. Alright. Oh shit, I'm cutting myself off from the screen. Let's get back. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I can do this. Boys? Girls? I think we've done it. We hit 69 followers and it's pretty nice. Maybe if you can help me out some more, we can get to even better places. Maybe even 420? We'll have to see. But you're gonna have to stick with me, alright? That's good. That's very, very good. Alright, there you go. There's your 69 follower celebration. I feel like I could have done way better, but you know what? I tried. Thank you so much for the follow, Louise. It's so good to see you. Thanks for shit. Thank you so much, Louise, for stopping by. Today we're turning our fellow VTubers into D&D characters. I'm sorry, King, I can't do Ara. I can't. Like, I tried and it just doesn't work for me. And there we go. We get to 69 followers and we surpass it in an instant. We've all just shared a very special moment together. Yeah, no, I can't do Ara. I try and I just sound really bad. Alright, back to Asha here. Alright, let's get back to it. First of all, I think for their class, we are going to make them a sorcerer. Because of like the whole wishes and chances thing. So we're going to do level 3 again. For sorcerers, being level 3 specifically isn't that special because they get their special stuff at like their first and second level. But just for consistency's sake, let's start with level 3. Now let's figure out what is Asha's sorcerer's origin. What is a good sorcerer's origin for a genie-esque individual? I'm ruling out Aberrant Mind. Maybe Divine Soul, but Divine Soul is a little bit more about healing. I'm between Clockwork Soul. The irony is I'm between Clockwork Soul, Storm Sorcery, because it gives you extra levitation abilities, and Wild Magic. What do you guys think? Because Clockwork Soul also involves a lot of controlling chance. It involves a lot of kind of manipulating fate and a lot more of that. But Wild Magic is also about random chaos and fun and magicalness, you know? So, actually, I'm going to narrow it down between Storm Sorcery and the Clockwork Soul, now that I talk through it a little bit more. So for Storm Sorcery, let's see. But that doubles up on the primordial stuff. Oh, I'm here to have some fun. I'm not here to make broken builds. I need to turn off that part of my brain. You can cause immediately, allows you to fly up to 10 feet. Cool. You know what? I am going to also, let me take a look at what Clockwork Soul gives you at this. Clockwork spells. Restore balance. You know what? I think Storm Sorcery is a bit better of a fit in this case. So, Asha's going to be a Storm Sorcerer. And for meta magic options, we are going to go for... I think for like the finesse of it all, we're going to go for not seeking spell, we're going to go for subtle spell. Just to be more of just like that genie flamboyance and magic, you know? And we are going to go for... And just for more of the flamboyance side of it, I'm going to go for, I think, Careful Spell. They're kind of very good at manipulating their magic. They are a master of their magic. Hi, Spooter. It's so nice to see you. All right. And for proficiencies, of course, we're going to go for Persuasion. That's just the magic of a genie, isn't it? And we're also going to go for Arcana, because they know the logic of the world around them. They know the magic of the weed and the weave with the V. They know the magic of the weave, as well as I think that kind of ties in with their whole like knowing the ins and outs of games theme. And let's pick out some spells. The magic of the weed, the magic of the grass. All right. So first of all, we're going to go for Gust, of course. We're going to go for Gust, but we also need some kind of, we're going to go for, I think for the color, for their color scheme, since it's all fiery, I'm going to give them Firebolt. Firebolt. And just because of who Asha is, I'm going to go for... Hey, why did my viewer count just jump up? I hope something bad didn't just happen. I'm going to go for, Friends. One second, let me just take a look at the viewers, because I just had a strange spike in viewers and I want to make sure that nothing bad is happening, because I've heard horror stories. Is there any way to check that? I'm not too sure. First of all, there's a lot of new people here. So, hi! And hopefully nothing bad's about to happen. Sorry, I just got nervous because I've been hearing horror stories, but for anyone who just stopped by, thank you so much. It's so good to see you. And next up, we're going to pick out their spells. Oh wait, they still have more cantrips. Right, they're a sorcerer. Okay, Citric. Oh, wow. So a lot of people just stopped by. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you all here. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, this is like my third time streaming ever, and I get super nervous because I'm new at this. All right, so what have we got here? What are we gonna pick for the third cantrip? I think for going back to the gaming theme, I'm gonna go for Mage Hand, because that means that it's just more genie magic, genie excellence, all of that. So we're gonna go for Mage Hand. And that's for the cantrips. Now let's pick out first level spells. Hi Cherries, thank you so much for the follow. Thanks for coming to our little Spooter family. I had the idea of calling all of you guys my little poofs, because I had an idea in my lore that I've got this little army of spiders that comes all over the internet and like collects stories from different people to bring back to me. So all you are my all my little fluffy spiders. You're all my little poofs. Yeah, so thank you so much for stopping by, Cherry. All right, so what else? So first of all, just as a review, this is the person we're picking out spells for. Their name is Asha, and they're awesome. And if you see anyone named Asha the Game Genie, you should check them out, because this is them, and they're adorable, and I love them. We have the same VTuber mama. They're my sibling, and a wonderful sibling too. All right, so I'm gonna say Disguise Self, because genie magic, and also they have a separate form that's a bit more humanoid. I'm gonna go for Disguise Self. How many other spells? So, first and second level spells. I'm gonna go for Disguise Self and Distort Value. And for second level spells, we need something. Oh, but they can also change your size. So maybe their offensive abilities just come from cantrips, from the little fire bolts they do. And we're gonna give them enhance ability because of their abilities to like cast gaming wishes and the such, as well as enlarge reduce. I think that just works really well for their vibe. Right? And let's continue on. So that's them so far. They have a little bit more of a utility-based spell list, but I think in a good party, they fit in just fine because they're the one who kind of knows how to do the bibbity-boppity-boop with all the pizzazz, you know? All right, abilities. So let's reset this group, and let's figure out what the dice say for Asha. No, utility spells are like my absolute favorite. You gotta understand, when I build a character, it's like constantly, how do I say it? I build skill monkeys. I build one skill monkey after another skill monkey after the third skill monkey, and just skill monkeys. Exactly, Cherry, exactly. My last character was a bard rogue multiclass, and I killed everyone at the table. All right, so first of all, hi Stammer, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, well, thank you so much for coming, Citric. It's so good to see you, and enjoy your lurk. All right, so for the first roll, an 11. For the second roll, ooh, we got something good here. Oh, hi, Midnight. We got 16. For the next one, we have, oh, they're rolling good. Asha's rolling good. Who we got next? We got an 8, so we got a little balancing out here. But these are some high stats. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. Let's see for the final. Okay, this is a good set of stats. Some are really high, some are a little lower. I don't think Asha's much of the buff type, so unfortunately, one of the 8s is going to have to go to their strength. It's nothing against them, it's just what the dice say. And also, Lewis, I've actually been working on a little guide to multiclassing. It would be really fun to have like a multiclassing workshop stream at some point, because I have a lot of tips for like how to get into multiclassing and to not just get in it, but to also enjoy it. And I think I can help a lot of people with that, because just for some background on myself, I'm an experienced DM. I've been DMing for some years. I'm also in charge of a decently large D&D club. So as a result, what happens is a lot of people come to me for help, and I learn a lot, not just from my own experiences, but from others as well. So that's kind of part of what I really wanted to share here, was stuff from all that experience that I've been getting. Because that's what I'm good at. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at kind of helping other people figure out what's good for their game. All right. So one of those 8s is going to go in strength. Definitely the 16 goes into charisma. 100%. No questions asked. And, is Asha the type of person? Dexterity. They are definitely dexterous. I just believe that in my soul. Hey, Stammer. Your stats are higher than that. I know. Because I know everything. I am the queen of spiders. I am the weaver of the web that connects all things. And I know, Stammer, that you're better than that. And you need to believe in yourself more. Okay? So why don't you listen to me? Because I'm right. You're better than that. And you need to believe it. I mean, Stammer mood, but also, your stats are definitely better than that. Y'all need to believe in yourselves. Y'all need to believe in yourself. I'll tell you the plot of Spider-Verse 2 when I'm not being held at gunpoint to keep it a secret. This is not a juice box. Dexterity. So, they are dexterous. I'm going to put the 13 into Constitution. I don't know if awareness is much of their strong suit, but I don't know that aspect of them too well, so I'm going to put it there for now. Asha, please don't come after me. I'm calling you a very charismatic person. And then 11 for intelligence, and we apply these scores. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Nightsleys. It's so good to have you here. It's so good to see you, and I really hope you're having fun with me. Welcome to the Poof Army. Welcome to the Poof family. Welcome to the Poof Web. Poof, poof, poof. I like that word. Poof. Sorry, I'm in a very good mood today. All right. And so these are the stats. So with the benefits from being a Genasi, the final stuff is strength 8, dexterity 16, constitution 15, intelligence 11, wisdom 8, and charisma 16. So Asha is honestly pretty tough, also very good with dexterity in general, and also a very charismatic individual, which is great for a sorcerer. Now, for a description, where has Asha come from? Let me think. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult. Any suggestions from anyone who knows them as well? Stammer, maybe another time. Right now, we're keeping everyone on the same page just for my sanity, honestly. Entertainer. Because I just, based on their personality and what I know about them, I just think it fits them really well. So, and I think they'd play the flute. So, this is what we have for Asha the Game Genie. They are. So first of all, looking at their avatar, this is them. They are an Air Genasi. They are an Air Genasi Storm Sorcerer with many spells that more circulate around utility and a little bit less around damage. But that's what they have their friends for. When it comes to their abilities, they're very tough. Being a sorcerer, it's a little bit harder for them to take a hit. However, they do make up for it by having really good dexterity in order to help avoid attacks and strong charisma to carry them through any situation. And they're also an entertainer. It's a pretty good combination. Is Genie a playable race? Currently, the closest is Genasi, because Genie are kind of, they're a more powerful force, and in D&D specifically, actually, Genie, as you spelled it, are a different kind of genie with a G. So Genie, like with the D, are like air genies. And then there's other types of genies, like there's the fire Ifriti, there is the water Merid, and there is the earth Dao. And there's actually a type of, warlock where you make a deal with a genie and then you get actually different sets of spells and bonuses based on what kind of genie it is. It's one of my favorite warlock subclasses. I've really been loving it so far. One of my characters is one of those. Yeah, I know, right, Cherry? So, let's go on. We're almost to the end of our document before we dig into Twitter. Dun dun dun! Dun dun dun! Anyway, this is Nyashko. Nyashko is one of my wonderful mods for today. She's also, just in general, a wonderful person with legs. Legs for days. Look at them legs. Look at them wonderful, wonderful legs. These are legs for days. She takes up almost the entire page just from length. So, let's build her. First of all, yes, we have Ash and then we have Ash again. First of all, while I would have, if it were up to me, I would have called Nyashko a monk for these wonderful, wonderful legs. Nyashko Ash has told me that she would like to be a magic caster. So today she will be a caster, even if I believe she should be a monk with those legs. So let's start from the beginning. I think for this, we are going to go for, I think in order for her to take advantage of those wonderful, wonderful legs, we're actually going to go for the tabaxi. Wow, I know how to speak English. Isn't that great? We're going to go for the tabaxi. Let me look through this long and expensive list. We're going to pick the more recent one. And we're going to switch to it. So what the tabaxi can do is essentially they can kind of they get the zoomies. They get the zoomies like a cat. You can basically just say, I'm faster for this round. And then you can't do it again unless you don't move for a round. But you can just get the zoomies. And I think it matches Nyashko's wonderful, wonderful legs. Also, they have claws. Nyashko, Ash, are you medium or small? Are you small or are you person-sized? I keep calling you by your whole name. I need to start calling you Ash. I'm so sorry. All right. Ash, are you small or are you average human size? Or are you cat-sized? Let's hear it from the one and only. You are person-sized. All right. So, Ash is a medium creature. Now let's figure out the class. So first of all, Ash says that she is a sorcerer. Not sorcerer, a caster. So I'm between, part of me is thinking if you have two casters, and these two, honestly, these two Ashes are a dynamic duo. So I think I should build Cat Ash to match well in build with Genie Ash. That's my logic here. So the two of them fit together because the two of them are a dynamic duo. Also, yeah, both of them also might be Vtuber siblings. Yeah, so we're going for a bit more of an offensive build. We're going for a little bit more aggression here. Ash, here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. If you're a magic user, would you have gotten it from studying magic? Would you have made a deal with the great beyond? Would you be more of a priest type? Jawbone, you think we should go for Warlock? You think... Oh yeah, that's true. Eldritch Blast. You're right. Warlock, not Warlock. Ash, do you think you've made a great deal with something in the great beyond to give you magical powers? Is that what you're all about? Definitely. All right. So, Ash is a warlock. Now, let's learn about what Ash made a deal with. So first of all, let's figure out who your sugar parental is. I'm not thinking the undead or the undying, it's just not your vibe. I'm thinking the Fae, unless, is Ash your patron? Is the other Ash your patron? I'm between that or like you've made a deal with some Fae from another realm. But also, because of Ash and Ash, I'm very tempted to go for the genie. And you just kind of, basically what's going on is like one just kind of builds off of the other. Okay. You have Ash, you have the other Ash as your patron. Now what are you good at? I think you're the kind of person who would just be really good with like knowing the in and outs of magic. And also you're very good at finding things. You can figure out all of the little details and just kind of figure out all the in and outs of the situation. Now, honestly, Genie Ash is a bit more, even though the Air Genasi fit them better in terms of build, I think they're more of an Afridi. So they have the element of fire and aggression. Or not aggression, but like just the element of fire, heat, that kind of such. But Cat Ash, if you want me to change it, just let me know. And your Eldritch invocations. Be speech. 100%. Because you're cat girl. Of course you speak to animals. But also, we need something, as I said before, you need to be a little bit more aggressive in order to protect your friend. So I think we're going to go for an Agonizing Blast. So that whenever you cast Eldritch Blast, which is your main attack spell, you can add even more damage to your hits. And your Pact Boon, I think we're going to go for... Are you somebody who would probably... Are you someone who would more use a weapon? Would you have a familiar? Would you have a would you have like a lucky charm? Or would you have a magical spellbook? Ash. A cat for the cat? You think the cat should have a cat? Yes, Mercer, we're being nerds. We are being nerds. For now, unless Ash says otherwise, let's go for Pact of the Chain. Pact of the Chain gives you a familiar. Your cat gets a cat. And that so far, that's the build. And let's figure out the spells real quick. So, of course, Eldritch Blast. Let's go for Eldritch Blast. And, you know the thing about cats? When, how do I explain it? The cat is there and then the cat is not there. I think we should go for a minor illusion. I think that works very well for our friend here. And now, in terms of spells, we're gonna need, first of all, Hellish Rebuke. If anyone hurts you, then you can just attack them back instantly. You just have instant defense mechanisms. You have a firewall. You have a firewall from your electric genie friend. So we're gonna give you a Hellish Rebuke. And we're also gonna give you, if people come too close and you don't want them to come that close, we're gonna give you a Thunder Wave. How many more spells do you know? Let's pick up some more spells. Let's pick some from level 2. Because you're a cat, of course you have the ability to turn invisible. Because you're a cat. Unseen Servant, which is a simp follower. Ash, do you have simps? I mean, you can control the minds. You can control the minds of the many, so maybe you should have suggestion. Let's give you suggestion. Oh wait, ooh, I found a spell for me. Look at that one, Spider Climb. Alright. Alright, Ash, let's figure out your abilities. Let's reset this group, and let's see what the dice tell us about what you can do. Boop-a-doo! We're starting strong. We're going strong. We're fighting along. Oh, wow. You're getting good stats. You're getting some good stats here. Okay, this is a pretty strong start. So, of course, because you're a warlock, you're going to have charisma. You're going to have charisma, but also because you are kitty cat, you're also going to have dexterity. You're going to have intelligence because you're going to pick up everything. You're going to pick up all the things that your friend Ash does not. And even though you two share one brain cell, you have a little idea of how to use it better to just spot things, you know? We're going to put your intelligence as 12. You're not the strongest in the world, so we'll put that as strength. And even though you're more aggressive, I feel like you're not exactly the toughest between the two of you, so I think I'm going to put your constitution as 10. Simply because, not because you're weak, but because those other aspects of you are stronger. And finally, your 11 goes into wisdom. And we apply these scores. Oh wait, you also get some bonuses. I think we're going to increase 3 scores because honestly, from what I know about you, you don't necessarily have one area where you shine. You're just a really strong all-rounder. So you get a bonus to 3 different scores. We're going to boost your charisma. We're going to boost your dexterity. And we are going to boost your intelligence. I think that's going to work out. And these are the final scores. You got a 10 in strength, 15 dexterity, 10 constitution, 13 intelligence, wisdom, and 16 charisma. You're at average or above in everything. Because you're just awesome. Now let's figure out your descriptions. Let's figure out where you're from. First of all, you're going to know primordial so you can commune with your genie friend. Oh, I love you, Ash. And now let's figure out your background. I like the idea. I like Fisher Ash. I don't know why. If you want, you can tell me to change it. But I like the concept of like, you're just a little kitty cat who likes, you think entertainer as well? Oh my god, you can be an entertainer duo. You can be a little band. Oh my gosh, I love that idea so much. Jawbone, you're a genius. Sorry. I've been using my voice a lot lately. And it's a little fried. After I do this affiliate grind, I'm gonna have to take a break for a couple of days. So let's go for that. Let's do another entertainer. Y'all in a band. I like that a lot. Hey, Ash, what instrument do you play? I put down other Ash as the flute. Redeems hydrate. I'm almost out of tea though. You have a ukulele. Okay, I'm gonna give you the loot. There you go. And first of all, you don't know your background feature. I should probably tell you about that. By popular demand, you can always find a place to perform, usually in an inn or tavern, but possibly with a circus, at a theater, or even in a noble's court. At such a place, you receive free lodging and food of a modest or comfortable standard, as long as you perform each night. In addition, your performance makes you something of a local figure. When strangers recognize you in a town where you have performed, they typically take a liking to you. It means you're a Twitch streamer. So yeah, basically, you guys are a duo. You go from town to town, you perform, and you have great adventures. And the people there love you because of what you do. The yay old streamer. And that's it. That's our wonderful Ash. We're almost to the end of the document. And then from there, we're going to do a blitz round of everybody, every single person on Twitter. We can do this. All right. Who else is on the document? Wait, that's the end of the document. It's Twitter time. It's Twitter time. And of course, they promised Jawbone that he'd be first. The old. It's Twitter time. Because I put out a calling on Twitter to tell people to drop their PNG. And, oh, I need to close my messages. You didn't see that. I told people, drop your PNG and I will make you a character sheet. Also, look at this wonderful art that Zaya did for me. Look at me. I look like Tasha. I look like Tasha. I love this so much. All right. So, as I promised earlier, I'm going to start off with Jawbone. So let's find Jawbone. We have lots of wonderful people here. Huh? We have so many cool people here. I'm going to blitz through them as fast as I can, though. First of all, let's start off with our wonderful one and only. All right. So, Jawbone says... Hey, I'm the former evil lord of another world. After a coup against me where I was partially beheaded and banished, I arrived in this world and was adopted by humans when I lost my memory. Since then, I've turned over a new leaf and decided to take over the world with smiles. So, let's begin with what race you are. Returning to our character builder. Alright. Now, changing race, let's go ahead. So, going back over it, you are the former evil lord of another world. You're also some form of undead because you're mostly skeletal. So you might also be another reborn. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna do another reborn because it just works really well for this. Thank you so much for stopping by, Peppy. It was so good to have you here. Enjoy your lurk, enjoy your time chilling out, and yeah, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Alright, so we've got, we're gonna do reborn. Because reborns are good. I just love the diversity of the reborn. You can make so many things out of this, and you can make so many unique things, you know? So size comes across as medium. Ancestral legacy. What are your skills if you were a former evil lord? If you were a lord, you definitely have something a bit more persuasion. I'm gonna say, once again, intimidation. And what else would you be good at? Okay, let's look into your stuff. Got a lot of stuff in your pockets. Got those big old skeletal hands. Hey, Jawbone, if you're still here, what would your other skill be that kind of comes from your heritage? Let me think. What's the options? Literally everything. Perception? Because you have magical burning eyes that can see all. I like that concept. Alright, let's go for some perception. And if Jawbone would like me to change it, then I'll go ahead. Or maybe Arcana, because Lich. Yeah, you said you're a Lich, and Liches are like wizards. So let's go for Arcana. Is that not available? Arcana's not available. Wait, I think Arcana might be available. It's just because in the class we chose Arcana for Nyashko. So let's do this. And also, I think since you're a Lich and Liches are traditionally wizards, I'm gonna put you as a wizard. Unless you have any protests about that. But let's put in Arcana. And let's go to your class. So I'm going to put you down as a wizard. simply because of what liches are. So we're going to go for level 3. And we are going to pick out some wizard skills. So I'd say history because of your history, though I'm not sure because you lost your memories. Let's go for insight. I feel like you'd naturally retain the ability to like read people, even if you've lost your immediate memories. Let's go for that. And we're also going to go for investigation. Maybe not investigation. I'm going to say religion. I just feel like those are two things that you kind of have proficiency in because it's kind of more connected to natural understanding, I'd say. And now your arcane tradition. This is your wizard subclass. Of course, necromancy. You're a lich. Ill religion? All right, let's change it. So not religion. Then let's go for investigation. That's the best choice. We go for necromancy because necromancer and liches. It just works. It's such an iconic duo. All right. So we're going to figure out your cantrips, and unfortunately, because I don't remember off the top of my head how many spells you're supposed to know, we're not going to do those today, but your cantrips are the important part. So first of all, chill touch, of course, because what you do is you launch a spectral hand out of somebody and suck out their soul, which is pretty neat. So we got chill touch. I think we're also going to do dancing lights because of your fire, so you can like shoot bits of fire out of yourself. Yeah, so that's where necromancy comes in, because with necromancy you can do stuff like that. So you're going to do dancing lights, and I'm going to say I'm going to flavor friends as just for a minute you can puppet someone almost. You can just claim control over a massive portion of their mind and there's nothing they can do about it. So that's why I'm going to pick friends. I'm going to pick friends for that. And let's roll your stats. We're going to reset the group. Confirm. And let's get to rolling. Boom. 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 Starting strong. Boom. Boom. And boom. Yo, those are a pretty good set of rolls. You doing good, man. You doing good. Okay. So, we're going to put the 16 into intelligence. It powers your lichness. I'm going to say because you literally have no muscles. No offense against you. You're a skeleton. You're a skeleton. You don't have muscles in your body. I will put the 9 into strength. I'll put the 15 into constitution because you were ever enduring. I'll put the 13 into charisma because that's what you get from your former time as a lich lord. We're going to put the 12 into wisdom and the 10 into dex. Jawbone, wait, how can you get muscles if you don't have any? Like, you need to have something to start with, but you're literally a skeleton. How does that work? How does that work? I'm confused now. And we're going to apply these scores. Magical flame muscles. Got it. Well, you got to go to the gym, my friend. You got to work on that. You need to work on that. Yes, dark magical muscles. I think that works. I think that works pretty well. And we're going to give you increase in 2 scores. We're going to give you a big old buff to your intelligence. So you're extra smart. Oh wait, that's the number 1 score. I'm going to say a buff to your charisma from your history. And then a buff to your intelligence. Because you were once the greatest wizard that ever was in your world. You're stuck here now, but you had potential once, and you still do. That's why you're incredibly smart. You have such a big brain. Can you get strength just because it's funny? You know what I can do for you? Let's do this for you, Jawbone. Right here. We're going to go for get a 20 in strength because you earned it. You were a trooper and you worked those muscles. And apparently I can't manually give you a 20 in strength, so you get an 18. But that's still very buff. And your buffness is elegance. Your buffness is greatness. I can at the bottom. Let me buff him a bit more. Let me do, override score, 20. Boof. Strong. Strongness and boofness. Alright, let's go ahead. First of all, description. Language, abyssal. Background, noble. Because you used to be a lord. You used to be king. And you seem like a gambling type. I like the vibe of the dice. Your most powerful spell. Fist. Languages. I would say Elvish, because I feel like you'd get some of the most ancient wisdom from the elves. Unless you want to reach out to something in the great beyond. But for now, I'm putting down Elvish. And there you go. That is our lovely friend, Jawbone. Jawbone is a reborn flaming skeleton. You want a different language, Jawbone? What can we do for you? What language would you like? We've got deep speech. We can give you deep speech. Alright, it's fine? Alright. So, Gumshoe Gooper. So you are a flaming skeleton reborn. You're a wizard in the school of necromancy, with many spells sort of framed around commanding the dead and puppeting people. When it comes to your abilities, you have incredible intelligence. You also have extremely intense strength. And the everything else, well, it's good enough. You were once a noble, and thus, you know Elvish, so you can read the ancient text. You are also very good with dice. And that's it. That's our good friend. That's our lovely friend, Jawbone. Now, back to the grind. Now let's start from the top of the list. Okay. This is last call for anyone in the chat who wants to go first before I go down the entire list one by one and try to spitfire people. We're gonna see how fast we can get through them. You? Did you have a post in my Twitter thread? I'm kind of basing it off of the pictures people give me and a little description. Okay, let's go for midnight. Alright, let's go for midnight for the one last in-depth one before we try to spitfire them. Wait. Alright, Cherry. Wait, you did! Wait, now I remember you! I loved your design! Wait, you were there. So I'm gonna do you, and then I'm gonna do Milkman. Sorry, for a moment I got a little bit lost in the fray. Where are you? I saw you here. There you are. You're right here. Let's go for you. You called it first. First of all right, here's Cherry. I am lost in the sauce. I am constantly lost in the sauce. I am the sauce. All right. I'm Cherry, an angel who was sent to Earth to learn more about humanity. I may or may not have been too strict about who could get to heaven. My opinion on mortals is slowly coming around, though. I know, isn't Cherry gorgeous? Cherry is like my everything. I am obsessed with this design. Honestly. Alright, so I'm lost in the sauce. I am the sauce. I'm the buffalo. I'm the Frank's Red Hot, and I've got lost in the teriyaki. I'm everything all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Gosh, I know, right? I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with this design. Cherry, what are just for my knowledge, what are your pronouns? Just so I can just to double check. It's always good to double check. They, them. All right. So I'm gonna go for, yeah, I was looking at this like, oh yes, this is androgynous excellence. So I wanted to double check. First of all, for race, we're definitely gonna go for Aasimar. Ass. Ass. All right. Aasimar. So we're gonna go, I think we're gonna go for Protector Aasimar. Because that is the one that brings forth brilliant light. Brilliant light and healing hands and magical girl transformations. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I am the feeling. Yes, I am feeling it now. Let's go. So you are a Protector Aasimar, and you have many good abilities. Basically, once a day you can do a magical transformation. And for a minute, you can fly and do extra damage almost every time you hit something. If you're the feeling, who's Mr. Krabs? Well, your design is kind of giving me the feeling. So that means you're Mr. Wait, I'm doing this backwards. Wait, who's Mr. Krabs? You're Mr. Krabs. I'm giving you the feeling. And there's nothing you can do about it. Alright. Now, I'm going to go for, since you were like sent from heaven, I'm gonna go for a cleric. Since you were sent from heaven, let me double check your thing. Yeah, you were sent to Earth to learn more about humanity. So you were directly sent by a god. Level 3. And let's figure out your divine domain. Alright, so is your god more a god of magic, a god of death, a god of the forge, a god of order, a god of the grave, a god of knowledge, a god of life, a god of light, a god of nature, a god of peace, a god of the tempest, a god of trickery, a god of twilight, or a god of war? Order? Got it. So you get a bonus proficiency. Are you more... I think you seem a little bit more... Are you more intimidation or are you a little bit more persuasion? What's your vibe? Part of me feels like you're just naturally a little intimidating. Persuasion? Alright, let's go for persuasion. Background... Okay, D&DB. That's cool. And for that you get voice of authority and your awesome channel divinities. Wonderful. Let's figure out what you're proficient in. Choose a cleric skill. Insight. I'd say an ability to read people. And I'd say knowledge of your own religion. I'd say those two off the top of my head. And for spells, let's go for... What spells do you know? Well, I feel like you can heal. So let's put in a healing word. Let's do a healing word. But you're also about judgment. So I'm going to say healing word. Just for the angelic vibes, I'm going to go for calm emotions. But we also need something a little bit more aggressive. So how about a spiritual weapon? Detect evil and good? Let's do that. Oh gosh, I might need to sneeze. Sorry about that. And let's pick out your cantrips. So, Thaumaturgy, for sure. I'm gonna do Thaumaturgy. Word of Radiance. And I think guidance. That just feels angelic to me. And if there's anything you ever want me to change, just let me know. Now for your abilities. Reset group. And are we ready to get rolling? Let's get rolling. Roll. 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 You're doing good enough. Let's give you some wisdom. Let's also give you some charisma. How about a little bit of intelligence? You're much stronger in your mental stats. Then next up, I'd say dexterity, strength, and constitution. I'm sorry, friend. The dice have not served you well. The dice are struggling a little bit. They're trying. And for this, I'm gonna go for... I'm gonna go for Cloistered Scholar. Because it just kind of gives the vibe of somebody who spent their entire life in heaven and then kind of came down and has so much more to learn because they spent all of their life up there. To give you some knowledge of Arcana, and for languages, of course Celestial, except you already know Celestial. So what else would you know? I'd say you would know, if you're kind of familiar with Judgment, I'd say they would have made sure that you knew both Abyssal and Infernal, both of the languages of the lower planes. If Infernal's on here, yep, it is. There we go. Abyssal and Infernal. And that's you. You are an Aasimar. And you are a cleric. You are an Order Domain cleric with abilities that mainly focus around judgment. Your abilities... There's a little bit of a struggle here, but you're still trying your best. And by background, you're a Cloistered Scholar because of how you came from heaven and used to live there your entire life. And now let's go on to Milkman. Let's go find Milkman. We're looking for Milkman. Where is Milkman? I know I saw him somewhere. Do 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 do. There he is. There's our man. All right, Milkman, it's your turn. Little cough from me. Sorry about that. And now, all right. So Milkman says, for his lore, it's all good, Jawbone. I think after Milkman, I'm actually going to end it here and simply do a part 2 because we are nearing 2 hours, and I originally intended this for this to be 1 hour. So after Milkman, I think we're gonna have a part 2. I don't know when that will be, but I think it'll be next week. So for Milkman's lore, he says, I haven't talked much about the lore stuff before, but I bring dreams in the middle of the night to those who can't sleep. Which, I like that. Oh my gosh, it's like the drinking milk to go to bed thing. I actually really like that. I liked it a lot. Oh, I really like that. So, let's begin. First of all, this guy is among the humans. I think this is a human. Do you think you're a human, or are you not actually a human, Midnight? You know what? After Midnight, we're going to go for Lucid, because I really wanted to do Lucid so much. I really wanted to get to Lucid, so we'll do Lucid after Milkman, and then we'll stop. Human, yeah. So... I'm going to say we're going to go for a Fey-touched human. So we're going to go for a variant human. Where's human? I have human. There you go. Damn, there's a lot of humans. Ooh, wait. Right, there's many different kinds of humans. finding mark of making. Wait, I like this. I like this a lot. I want to make you a mark of making human. Let's go ahead. Let's find a human. And we're going to pick out a mark of making. There we go. And so, well, Fey touched human is basically variant human, but you use the Fey touched feat. Essentially in D&D, you can build a human in a way where essentially instead of getting +1 to all your stats, you get +1 to just a few, but you also get something called a feat, which is like an additional ability for yourself. And one of those is called Fey touched, where essentially you get a boost to one of your mental stats, and also you learn some spells associated with the Fey. But here you are a mark of making, because it feels like it works. So, I feel like you know it's celestial, because celestials are more so kind of associated with dreams. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. People take it all the time in my groups. We just hoard that feat. Alright, so we are going to go for celestial. We are going to boost you up by, I'd say your wisdom. You're a wisdom build. You just kind of know how things work. Maker's gift. I'd say because of the milk thing, you're going to get brewer's supplies. And now let's go for your class. You're a toucher of, you touch dreams, right? So let's look through the classes and see what you may be. I think you're going to be a bard. I like the concept of you being a bard. You're going to be a bard, and your bardic college, I'm thinking college. Ooh, what's College of Spirits? I forgot what that one does. Guiding Whispers. Druids have a dream subclass too, but Midnight isn't quite of a shapeshifter unless it's like you turn into animals in people's dreams. Are you more of a bardic type of dreamwalker, or are you more like druidic where you can shapeshift into like dream creatures? What do you think? It's up to Midnight, really. Bard? Alright. So I'm gonna go for spiritual folk. I'm gonna go for the College of Spirits, because that's more about connecting to sort of other souls and bringing them forth. And now let's figure out, I'm gonna skip spells because I am starting to run out of steam myself, so we're gonna wrap this up. And I think actually I'll make Lucid the first person for next time, because I will do this again because this is really fun. Let's pick out all the instruments you're good with. Bird pipes, that just sounds magical. Bird pipes, songhorn, and I'm gonna say a viol. For skills, I'm gonna go for, of course, performance. I'd say persuasion. And I'm going to go for insight. A lot of insightful people today, but that's kind of how I see y'all. A lot of insight here. And your expertises are going to be in insight, and they're going to be in persuasion. Now, when it comes to your abilities, let's roll real quick. Boom. 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 Oh no. Oh no. I think the dice are getting a little tired. I think the dice are getting a little tired, my dude. Oh no. Let's you know what? You're just starting out in VTubing. You have many chances to buff your stats. I'll say it like that. So you're gonna give your charisma. This is gonna be your wisdom, your intelligence, and woo, woo, woo. The dice really said no. The dice said enough is enough. ability score increase. Let's just give you a little boost to, I think your charisma can use it. And unfortunately, we're not doing the override anymore. Oof. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Alright, your description. I'm going to say something like a far traveler or a Fey lost. But also, among all the common people and other folk that one might encounter along the Sword Coast, or in the north have one thing in common. They live out their lives without ever traveling more than a few miles from where they were born. You aren't one of those folk. I like that vibe. I think that works for you. What's your other skill? I think because you know so many people and their stories and their dreams so well that you'd know history. And from your proficiencies, I'd say you'd be more, like, think of like tarot. I think you'd be more of a cards person. Or I feel like you'd just be good at playing cards. When it comes to your language, what's a language of dreams? What is a language of dreams? That's a really good question. You already know Celestial. He already knows Celestial. Astral? Yeah, Deep Speech. Deep Speech is the language of the astral plane. And that's more or less you. Milkman, you are a mark of making human. You're a College of Spirits bard who can commune with spirits from the beyond in order to travel into people's dreams. While your abilities have a place where they can grow from, let's just say you have humble beginnings and many places to go. You are a far traveler because you come from a place that not many people know of, and you go to many new different places in your life. And yeah, that's our wonderful milkman. So, of course, give me one moment to just do a little quick thing, which I think is very fun. Let's do a little bit of a Well, alright guys, I'd like to let you all know that I really appreciate you all coming. I appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to support me on my affiliate grind. And I think it might be time to find someone to raid. How about it? Let's see who's on. Alright. It was really nice to put together some character sheets for you guys. And I'd love to do it again. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking through some rare websites, as I like to call it. And we're just going to be having a good time, and we're going to be goofing off once again. Yeah, Lucid, I really love sharing this hobby of mine with people. It's just something I love. And let's just find someone to raid. I think we're going to raid, since we spent so much time talking about how great Asha is. We're going to raid Asha. How about it? Are we ready to go? Let's go on a journey to visit my favorite genie. I'm really glad I could help you guys out. Now, off to the great beyond you go! And bye-bye. Stop stream.